Welcome to LFN News, a production of LFN Media, bringing you the latest in celebrity news, with specific analysis to keep you in the know of what is going on around you. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe, and hit the bell icon, so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Prosecutors rested their case Tuesday at R. Kelly's federal trial in Chicago, after presenting a little over 2 weeks of evidence, and putting more than 20 witnesses on the stand against the "I Believe I Can Fly" hitmaker. This was in a bid to prove the charges against him to the jury, stemming from his 2008 trial that he walked out of a free man, following an inevitable acquittal after one of the central witnesses refused to take the stand. This particular case has been filled with one shocking bombshell after another, after several witnesses took the stand with fresh allegations and revelations, with most, surprisingly, not about R. Kelly, which shocked both the defense and jury alike. The highlight of the prosecutor's case came last week, when yet another key witness in the trial, Tracy Sampson, said under oath that Kelly's ex-wife, Andrea Kelly, commonly referred to as Drea, abused her when she was allegedly 16. Jane, the central witness in the trial, had equally earlier on in her testimony made a mention of the same, claiming that Drea Kelly was actively present at some of her alleged engagements with R. Kelly. This revelation probably came as a big blow to the surviving R. Kelly producers, who had labeled Andrea Kelly an alleged victim of abuse herself, allegedly at the hands of R. Kelly when the pair were married. It must have equally been a shocking revelation for R. Kelly's 3 children, who have maintained a very close relationship with Drea, and have kept a good distance from their father, supposedly on Drea's advice. The defense team for the R&B King and his co-defendants have already taken center stage at the Dirksen Federal Courthouse as of Thursday morning, as they start making their case for a not guilty verdict. Although their recent motions for acquittal were denied, attorneys for Kelly and his co-defendants put on a good show, rightfully arguing federal prosecutors have not made their case on several issues, even attracting the presiding judge's attention. The motion claimed the government's evidence is insufficient to get a conviction, which means the defense argued that the jury could not possibly find guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Prosecution have totally failed. The evidence they provide is insufficient to connect at all to what happened between 2002 and 2008, said Bo Brindley, attorney for Daryl McDavid. The attorneys also questioned the credibility of the women who testified and other witnesses, who have immunity deals with federal prosecutors. All they have to prove for it is Jane's testimony saying, "No, those are some rent payments he made for me because we were good friends, we maintained a relationship, we were boyfriend and girlfriend for many years." And that may bother people, but that is still the only government's evidence. They have nothing more to show for it. There was no conspiracy that extended into 2014, said Jennifer Bonjean, R. Kelly's attorney in the motion. The Ignition singer also told the federal judge Harry Thursday that he won't be testifying at his ongoing trial in Chicago on the charges against him. The judge asked Kelly of his position minutes before attorneys for Kelly and his 2 co-defendants began calling their first witnesses, endeavoring to counter 2 weeks of government testimony, including from 4 women who directly accused Kelly of abuse. Addressing the R&B King directly, Judge Harry Leinenweber asked if he had discussed with his lawyers whether to testify or not. Kelly, 55, responded calmly saying, "Yes, Your Honor." Asked if he would testify, Kelly confirmed he would not. Right after, McDavid's legal team called the first defense witness to the stand, a friend to McDavid and former police officer Christopher G. Wilson, who testified that McDavid told him in 2001 that someone was trying to blackmail Kelly with threats about videos. Although some legal analysts, who claim to have been following the proceedings closely, say the government's case against Kelly is stronger this time around, compared to his 2008 trial in state court, when a jury acquitted him, further arguing that the defense most likely faces an uphill battle to have the singer found not guilty a second time. More objective analysts argue otherwise. Evidently, there are areas where the defense could still make some strong arguments for the singer, including raising questions about the authenticity of the alleged videotapes that allegedly show Kelly abusing the underage girl. Despite the odds, it is alleged the new tape that surfaced in 2019 also complicates matters for R. Kelly. But is it? It is alleged that when the video was played for jurors during the private viewing session in court, it reportedly showed Jane repeatedly mentioning her age, 14, while allegedly indulging with the Kelly. Why anyone would feel the need to mention their age over and over while at it, just beats anyone's understanding. If that doesn't confirm that these videos could very easily have been fabricated for selfish extortion purpose, and probably later handed over to the feds in a bid to keep R. Kelly locked up, then one can only wonder what will. More so, has anyone given the origin of the tape any thought whatsoever? To verify its credibility, I think it's also critical to think about how the tape itself came into the hands of authorities. Turned over by a former Kelly associate, who has testified he twice collected six-figure bounties from Kelly to supposedly round up the incriminating videos ahead of Kelly's 2008 trial, the video could very easily have been fabricated for the sole purpose of extortion. The fact that the players that handled and gave in this tape are not the most credible of people, which was largely ascertained in their cross-examinations, will most definitely give the defense a chance to undermine prosecutors' case come ruling time. The video was turned over by Charles Freeman, an estranged Kelly associate, who testified he allegedly found the VHS tape sticking out of a VCR in a home near Atlanta while on the hunt for incriminating tapes, allegedly on Kelly's behalf. The defense has argued, Freeman's former lawyer Michael Avenatti delivered that tape to Cook County State's Attorney Kim Fox. Avenatti has since been convicted in separate cases, neither related to Kelly or the tape, but of fraud and extortion. That's not great for the government because it leaves room for the defense to argue the tapes were altered, or weren't filmed when Jane was underage. Said veteran litigator Todd Pugh. The defense of the case usually comes down to attacking the quality of evidence, said Pugh, who was a close friend of the late Ed Jensen, the legendary lawyer who led Kelly's defense team in 2008. The accusations are incredibly salacious, but if you break it down into parts, all of the parts are significantly damaged. Pugh noted. According to Pugh, Kelly's lawyers may not be able to sway all 12 jurors, but he suggested Kelly could use his celebrity status to try to convince at least one or two of them and set up a mistrial. This would effectively give R. Kelly yet another fighting chance with his team getting the desired time to prepare a good defense based on the collected evidence against him. Well, with the defense testimonies now well underway, we now expect, and anxiously await the closing arguments expected to happen mid-next week. That's all we had for you today. Please let us know in the comment section below whether you feel R. Kelly still has a fighting chance in this largely controversial trial. We value your honest opinion. Thank you for watching LFN News, a production of LFN Media, giving you another view of issues at hand. To get notified whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now and hit the notification icon. And remember to give us your comment on the subject matter below.